Excellencies, Honorable Mayors, representatives of local and regional governments, dear partners and friends, I am honored to greet the Executive Bureau of the 7th World Congress of United Cities and Local Governments. I regret that I cannot be with you in person today, but I do want to sincerely congratulate UCLG for its leadership, our partnership, and the joint work we do together to advance Agenda 2030 and the new urban agenda. Dear friends, your commitments towards the empowerment of local and regional governments is exemplary and inspiring. I would also like to express my appreciation to the City of Dijon for hosting this milestone event and to all authorities of the Republic of Korea present today for their support and international leadership in advancing sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, after the past 2 years, we need no further evidence that global crises play out at the local level, especially in urban areas. Reimagining the future of our cities and boosting the role and capacities of our local governments are more urgent than ever before. What should our cities look like? How can local governments prepare for ongoing and future crises? What kind of leadership, governance, and resources do we need? The answers to these questions must be guided by the principle of the new urban agenda and the 2030 agenda. But they should be shaped by the priorities that you identify and the action you take to empower your administrations, communities, and stakeholders. Last year, I identified 4 high-level priorities to guide the work of UN Habitat to accelerate the progress on the global agendas: adequate housing, cities and climate, post-crisis recovery, and SDG localization. Local and regional governments' action cut across each of these priorities. Your work supports the reduction of inequalities, the preservation of the commons, and the promotion of human rights. As a former mayor, I am not only aware of the relevance of your mandate, but also of the constraint limiting your capacity to deliver on it. At UN Habitat, we are committed to work with each one of you to enhance your capacities and to support you in your quest for additional recognition and resources to deliver on your responsibilities. Let me tell you how we intend to do that. First, we will continue to work to strengthen the voice and engagement of the local and regional governments in the UN-led and international processes. In April this year, the high-level meeting on the review of the implementation of the new urban agenda included the active participation of a delegation of local governments representatives. Subsequently, 1,645 representatives of local and regional governments, including 105 mayors from 33 countries, participated in the 11th session of the World Urban Forum held in Katowice last June. The outcomes of both events highlighted the important role of local and regional governments in responding to the current crisis and guiding us towards recovery and resilience. Second, no sphere of governments and no actor can drive progress alone. Local, regional, and national governments need to work together to ensure policy coherence and redistributions of resources to ensure effective implementation. UN Habitat and UCLG have joined hands to develop a global study on multi-level governance for SDG localization, as well as the first ever digital platform on this theme. We will continue to work with you to advance the discussion and action on multi-level governance globally. Third, as the importance of local action is increasingly recognized, the UN has launched the Local 2030 Coalition, the UN-wide initiative on localizing the SDGs. Hosted by UN Habitat, the coalition seeks to provide a platform to connect all stakeholders advancing on the local implementation of the SDGs. Thanks to the whole of government support proposal from the government of Spain, the Basque Country, and the city of Bilbao, a new office will be soon opened in Bilbao to host the secretariat of the coalition. Local and regional governments are central in the action of Local 2030, and the local government's constituency, represented by the Global Task Force, has a seat in the 5-member steering committee of the coalition. One other seat is occupied by a mayor, currently my sister, the mayor of Freetown. This demonstrates our commitment to giving a prominent role to the local and regional government constituency vis-à-vis the UN system. Dear friends, let me conclude by giving you a glimpse of what is to come in the next couple of years. 2023 and 2024 will see once-in-a-generation summits and meetings. The SDG summits in 2023 and the Summit of the Future in 2024 will be critical to review and accelerate progress towards the SDGs, as well as kickstart discussions on what the post-2030 agenda should look like. 2023 is also the year of the UN Habitat Assembly, where all member states discuss and debate the priorities and activities of UN Habitat. I would like to take this opportunity to recommit to your inclusion in these processes. I encourage and invite the Global Task Force of Local and Regional Governments and its constituent networks to make good use of these opportunities to voice your priorities and aspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, the task in front of us is immense. But I believe local action has never been so central, so vital to our efforts and our future. You, dear mayors, hold the future of this planet, its people, its species in your hands. Thank you all for your ambition and leadership. Thank you, dear Emilia, Secretary General. Thank you, the Co-President of UCLG. Thank you again, our host, the Mayor of Dijon, and I wish you all fruitful discussion at the World Congress.